Hey, this is Matt with Coyote Ridge Books. We've had people in from Denver, we've had people in from Tacoma, and we've had people in from Dallas, among other cities beginning with D. In fact, places from all across the world. And one thing I've noticed, especially with our Denver Metro customers or people new to the area, is before they come in for their true book buying trip, they come in for sort of a scouting trip. And there's really two things they're trying to figure out. Is this place organized, and is there a ton of books? So I wanted to say yes and yes, especially if we're using used book standards. This is one of the, I believe, the most organized used bookstore in Denver Metro, in Colorado, that I've seen. So real quick tour, though, of our 8 rooms is about to happen right now. So, in fact, we're starting right where you come in through the door. You'll see that we have our new arrivals. Now, these are a browser's paradise, and for our regular customers, just to get a sense of some of the cool books that we've gotten in. Also true of the bestseller section. As we move through, we start to move away from our front lobby room to our classics room, which includes classic fiction, modern masters, dramas and plays, and all of the shelving here is by section, and then, of course, alphabetical by author, as it should be. We get between 500 and 1,000 books a week, so we do have this little clutter. That's the used book occupational hazard. In here we have fantasies and paranormals, again by author. Overstock, again by author. As we move through here, we have our romance section on the hallway here by author. The beginning of our young adult section, fiction. Fiction is traditionally by author. In here is probably the one room where it's a little bit more of a grab back, but our westerns, these are western fiction, but all alphabetized, of course. Our vintage fiction and our American West is also by author. However, our nonfiction books, and this is the Colorado history part, are actually by title. And one of the reasons we do that is because 9 times out of 10, people aren't asking for a nonfiction author by they're not asking for a book by author, but by title. And especially true in this section. We have U.S. history, world history, self-help, cooking, metaphysical, spiritual, and religious. All of these sections are by alphabetical by title. As we move along into the next room, we have our science fiction hallway, which is by author. And then my favorite room are more modern fiction, but especially our mystery paperbacks, again by author, and our hardcovers, which are mainly mysteries and thrillers, back here by author. Now, it's a little confusing because it wraps around next to our small collection of vinyl. These are all different types of mysteries here, but then our general fiction begins and wraps around the rest of the room. These are more modern books, Donna Tartt, Terry McMillan, Amy Tan, who are still publishing worthwhile books. So there's your scouting trip at Coyote Ridge Books. We'd love to see you.